What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Common Sense Logic.
Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Caesar.
I'm Ronnie, and here we are again, trying to give you some common sense and logic.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man? What's new?
What I am hearing, man, is the people from Iran. They want the same freedom that we're seeing in Venezuela coming out
Okay.
of the whole Maduro arrest. And the people in Iran are rising up to the government, man, to the leaders out there.
You think what happened in Venezuela like influenced the people, kind of give them courage? Or?
Major, man, and
Really?
not only
Okay.
there, but it's we're seeing it all over Cuba and other places too, man. That
With
these-
real dictatorships.
yeah, exactly. These people really need it because they've been suppressed for a long time.
Socialism.
Yeah. So
Communism.
Yep. So the people out there, they're really going against the government, and we're hearing that the government is taking away their phones, they're shutting down social media, the internet,
I think killing them too, right?
and killing them
Wow.
too, man. They actually show some videos of, the body bags and all that. So they're really putting up a fight, man.
So the people in Iran, yeah, they're rising up, they're putting up a fight, but the government, or whoever's in charge, I'm not too familiar with all their hierarchy is over there, whether it's government or military or more royalty or what have you, but whoever, or religious, because it's Islam, right?
Yeah.
So whoever they're rising up against, they're retaliating by taking away their like you said, social media and
Their
what have
freedom.
their phones, their freedom, and actually killing them.
Well, we're gonna stay
Terrible.
away from the whole religious stuff, and it's just common sense and logic.
Yeah.
Look, they're in a country where people on the top, they're taking advantage of all the, citizens there, and
Real dictatorship.
yeah. So the people are fed up. So now they're putting up a fight, and guess what? In comes Trump, and Trump is actually telling the people to rise up and not let it go and to keep fighting. And not only that, man, Trump is a good guy. He's actually telling them, fight, and somehow we're going to be behind you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they really need that, you know what I mean? They really need someone like the USA to be behind them. Not really fighting their battle, but at least kind of just showing them some good, badass support.
Letting them support, right? In
Yeah.
case that way they they have the courage and they have the ability to fight.
Yeah, and they're doing it, man. And it's something that's way overdue because it's been going on for decades, man. And Obama and Biden, they couldn't do jack crap. All they did was, give those leaders money, billions of dollars that, the people from Iran never saw. They just use it for wars, man.
Yeah.
So now Trump is, trying to do the same thing that he did with Maduro, and he's telling those leaders, hey, you guys can't be treating those people like that the way you are over there, and if you keep doing it, the hammer's gonna come down. You know what I mean?
Right,
So that's a
right.
good thing, man. That's a really good thing.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing, but a lot of people out there will flip it and say, why are we interfering with another country and what have you? But it's humanity.
Right. Well, it's so good of a good thing that even Democrats, believe it or not, I don't know if you heard, but
No.
they're actually coming out like
Positive
support,
feedback.
yeah,
Okay.
like supporting this move. Not really what Trump is going to do, but they're saying they're calling out the leaders out there of Iran to
Mhm.
stop doing what they're doing. So they're actually going against them, man. And
Yeah.
we don't know if that's something genuine that's coming out of their hearts to do, or that's just a political stunt that they're trying to pull.
Yeah,
you know
who
what I
knows
mean?
what the real reason is, correct.
But we're gonna take it, man, regardless, because
Yeah.
Democrats are really they never do something like this, man. So we're gonna go ahead and take that as a win, man. You know what I mean? And let it play out. If it's something political that they're trying to pull, then okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's just gonna show you guys how much of a two-face they are.
Yeah.
But these are the same people that have been backing up the regime. You know what I mean? Like they never said anything about how they treat the people over there. In fact, like I said, they supported them with billions of US dollars.
Right, and that's a real dictatorship regime over there, where the people don't have freedom, man, and the people are fed up. They're fed up now. They decided to rise up, and it's obviously there's retaliation with the government or what have you. But yeah, Trump is telling them to still keep fighting, and we'll be there. to support them if anything.
And for the people that are going to be against this, the dummies that have no common sense and logic, look, if you really think about it, man, what best way to do it than the way Trump is trying to do it?
Right.
You know, all these wars that we had in the past, dude, for what? You know what I mean? You know, it's going to kind of sound a little disrespectful to the military, but I love you guys and I would never do that. But look, almost every war that we had in the past, massive killings of U.S. soldiers, right?
Yeah, of course. A lot of lost lives, for sure.
And some of the people in those countries. But Trump is really trying to do a brainiac move where he's saying the people are going to rise up.
Right.
And not, you know, yes, they're getting killed by the government. The people are not killing any soldiers or any, you know, government officials. Mm-hmm. But then here comes Trump and he says, hey, they're going to do the fighting. But if you're going to treat people like that, then we are going to come in here and we're just going to bomb the crap out of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the way to do it. He's not putting any boots on the ground right now over there like we've done in the past with all these wars. You know what I mean?
Right.
And well, at least when I really think about this, it's like, why did we do that in the past? Why was, you know, the leaders of the U.S. so quick to send soldiers out there and fight a battle that wasn't really theirs?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was for a good cause. It was for the people, but why put them out there? Because Trump could do the same thing right now. You know, let's just go invade them and take over and blah, blah, blah. Look what he did to Venezuela. No war.
Yeah, no casualties. No American casualties, that's for sure.
No war. And the sword thumb is already out of there. And now the people hopefully are going to start getting some kind of relief. You know what I mean? And they're going to feel like they're doing it, the people over there.
Yeah.
Sure, you know, the U.S. gave them some support. But what better thing than for the people to rise and do their own thing? You know what I mean? I think that's the most powerful thing that you could do.
Because then they don't feel like another country's invading them, you know? If we put boots on the ground, they feel like they're being invaded, that we're taken away, we're trying to take over. So by not doing that, by just doing that well-executed extraction of Maduro, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
No, and then, you know, even if you look at Iran right now, look at the way the people are acting, dude. They're like really putting up a fight, and they're thanking Trump, and they want Trump to give them the support that he's saying. And to me, that's the way it should be done. You know what I mean? Not too quickly go over there and fight their, well, like I said, their battles, but just give them the support and be behind them. And, you know, that's how people rise up, right? You know?
Let them fight their own battles, but if they need the support, we'll be there. But yeah, for the most part, let them do the fighting. That way, it's an accomplishment that they feel like they did, you know?
I mean, you know, all these other wars that we had, like right now, for example, Russia and Ukraine, what has come out of that? Nothing, right?
A lot of dead live people.
Yeah, and, you know, they're military, right?
Yeah.
You know, included. So, yeah, man, more props to Trump, man. He knows how to do these things.
Oh, yeah, Russia lost has a lot of casualties, along with the Ukraine, of course.
Yeah.
But, yeah, with the way Trump's doing it and planning it, so far, no American military lives have been lost.
No, and you know,
what else can we ask for? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, yeah, you know, people are getting killed, but that's what needs to be done because that's what people want. They want their freedom. So you know, that's what you do. You want your freedom, you fight, and yes, you know, there's going to be some killings and all that. But how else are you going to see it? You know, the military goes in there, the U.S. It's just going to be another war. It's going to be kind of senseless, you know what I mean? And
drawn out and everything.
Yeah, in a sense that, you know, the people in Iran are going to feel like they're going to be taken over by the U.S.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so we want to give them, I think, you know, Trump is thinking we're going to give them the feel like they're doing it. They're winning this fight. They're going to do the changes. Mm-hmm. And if you ask me, man, I think that a lot of governments like that, I think that the biggest fear is when they see the actual people there rising up against them.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
Not someone else's military coming in. I think that they really, really hate and they fear when they see those people. It's almost like having someone that you're controlling and losing control of.
Yeah, so it is.
You know, so
They lose control of their power, you know.
Yeah, so common sense and logic, man, it's a really, really good thing. So much so that a lot of Democrats, like I said, they're coming out and they're supporting this.
That
so.
says it all, man. Common sense and logic right there. If they're supporting it, them being the Democrats, I mean, usually they don't use common sense and logic.
They do not, man. That's why we're thinking, you know, it's not genuine what they're doing, you know.
Yeah,
but,
it'll come to light.
But it'll play out.
It'll come to light, and the real reasons behind the real motivations will come to light. But for now, like you said, we'll take it.
Yeah, it's a win. We'll take it. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we're hoping that Iran gets their freedom, and you know, everywhere else where where it's needed. Like I said, Cuba and other places, you know, that they need this kind of help. They need to rise up and overthrow their governments that they're basically treating them like crap.
Venezuela was the starting point, man. Now Iran and maybe Cuba next. Who knows what's going to happen? But we'll keep you guys updated. Like you said, we're not here to give you information, but with the events that happen, we're here just to make common sense and logic out of it.
Right. So remember, folks, that's it, right?
That's it.
That's it. So we're going to close it out. And remember, folks, if you got common sense and logic, use it. If you don't,
come on back. We'll help you get it. Help you find it.
Yeah. All right. So stay safe and God bless you all.
Peace. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.